Thank you to Benjamin Bagley, PTTS, Buddy Bub, No McHality, Aiden B, Pollux, G4J, Mercury, Luz the Human, Kyber Cave Productions, Distance Learning, Fraygirl, and so many others for your support. Minuno o sinomasa sinu yo sinuin. Aimu sora aimu hang tangunsin. Yora aimu yo sinus. Minuno sinuan o. Aimu sora na aimu natangunasa. Menuna aimu na. Sinalmo seneng. Aimu sora aimu natangunasa. Minuno aimu sinomasa sinuinam. Hello and welcome to the series finale of Conlang Critique. Today we're looking at the language of the first men, Su'un. For this final episode, we're heading back to Manius and the language of the eponymous Su'un people. But before that, let's get into the lore. The Meridani are often considered to be the first humans at the birthplace of humankind in, where else but Meridani. They have been stereotyped as savages, but had a complex belief system and tribal culture before their displacement. This system includes an emphasis on water as the life-giver, and a god whose influence is seen through rivers and streams. In terms of culture, the Sioux are very relaxed and spiritual, with pacifism being paramount, similar to the Green Elves. You would imagine from their place in the world that their language would be Pan-African, but the inspiration came more from early European, Asian, and altogether original sources. Now that we know a little bit about the people, let's get into the phonology. And for the final time, I am so sorry for how I'm about to butcher these phonemes. Pa, ba, ta, da, ka, ga, a, ma, na, nya, nga, ra, sa, ha, la, ya, wa. This is a fairly simple chart. The only notable consonants are the palatal and velar nasals, but they're not too uncommon, appearing in Spanish and a lot of other Romance languages. Next, let's look at the vowels. I, U, O, A, E, A. Alright, so a standard 5 vowels, but with the typical front-middle vowel of E shifted down to E, and of course their grammatical schwa. Overall, the phonology is fine, if not particularly original. Let's see if we can find anything more notable in the grammar. In terms of phonotactics, we have a system much more similar to Japanese, where the coda can only be a vowel or a nasal. The glottal stop can occur between vowels to create 2 syllables, and the word order is free, meaning it has to be marked with other derivational features. This is slightly more interesting. The whole nasals as codas thing is not often seen in European languages, and adds an otherwise interesting flair to a pretty unremarkable grammar. Next, vocabulary. As we've been doing this season, let's translate a sentence into Su'un. The sentence will be, I go to the river. First, we have to mark our declensions. And just like that, we translate. Now for the conclusion. This language is fine. It's not really too bad or too good. It does a few interesting things, but overall it's just kind of boring? I mean, boring might be good for creating a naturalistic language that could feasibly exist in our own world, but it doesn't really make a good conlang. So, predictably, I'm ranking this straight in the middle, between Volcamon and Chokor. Oh, hello. I'm here on the set of Classified, and before we end off, I just wanted to say thank you for watching through this whole series. It started as an obvious copy of Jan Measley's brilliant show, but has since evolved into something slightly more distinct that I'm very proud of. It took me from around 200 to now over 500 subscribers, and has consistently been the most viewed series on my channel. So, to all of you who have watched this series, and to those that have just watched this episode and are very confused as to what this crazy man is rambling about, thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Truly. I appreciate each and every one of you who have followed this journey with me, and I hope to see you in the next one. For those worried that this will be the end of linguistics content on my channel, fear not, there will be plenty more to come. In the meantime, I do have some recommendations. First, if you like the format of this series, then watch my Lore of the Vanquished Dominion series. It's basically an extended version of the lore segments from this series. The standalone 4 Crazy Elder Scrolls series is also in the same category. Second, if you're craving more language content, then be sure to watch the videos that preceded Conlang Critique: Star Trek Incursion and the story of my first Conlang, and the Palace and Language and the story of a horrible writing system. Third, if you haven't watched this whole series yet, go do so to get the full experience. That's all from me. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next major series that I inadvertently spend years of my life on. I'll see you soon.